Hello and welcome to a very special edition of Locking It Down with Lucy. It's a bonus episode where I am going to watch the very first episode of Locking It Down with Lucy about 4 years ago at this point, and I have never watched it ever because I'm going to cringe so hard. But I thought to celebrate 200, we'll go back to the roots, we'll go back to where it all began and see how things have changed and how things started. So this is going to be interesting. I don't normally watch it, but I know it's going to be proper, because I'm still finding my feet and stuff. So let's dive in. Hopefully the technicals will all work. So just first, before setting the scene, I'm probably just going to watch it all the way through and not pause. So I'm going to be talking over myself, which may be weird. So we'll see how this goes. But yes, it was in the old bedroom back in the day with the green walls. Some people are still like to me, wow, I miss the green walls. And I'm like, I do and I don't. I mean, I did like having the green wall, but I don't miss the room. I mean, it's much nicer to have the space here and not have to, worry about it. I mean, there's pros and cons to each. So yeah, it'll be interesting to go back to that time. What was the date? The date of the first one was, in fact, I can actually look here, on the 8th of April 2020. So about, 3 weeks into lockdown, I just couldn't stand on not talking to anyone about anything, so I started my own live show. So there we go, there's the origin story. So I'm now going to watch.
Oh, I'm live apparently. Huzzah. Oh, that's me just mucking about with all my stuff. Right, let's close this. Hello everybody and welcome to the first edition of, what have I called this again? Locking It Down with Lucy. Yes, it's a little bit makeshift over here. It's a little low budget, but I'm literally ripping off my inspiration, which is one Chris Jericho. Hopefully.
Firstly, I do want to address, I had a very terrible sty you can see on my eye, which I had that for about a month and a bit, and then my eyelashes didn't grow back for a bit, so that was kind of weird I can't believe I did this looking like that. Looking back at it was so painful. I wore sunglasses a lot, but I'm glad that my eyelashes have recovered.
I want to do a podcast, but podcast takes time and it takes effort, and I want to make sure
What is it? I feel like my voice sounds different, which is kind of weirding me out. Loving this frame rate. I mean, not much has changed. I literally just streamed this week where the frame rate was probably like this. So in the day, I used to write out the show notes on an actual piece of paper and pin them up next to me. I don't do that anymore. I now just write them in my... Because it became a lot to just keep all these papers, and I did keep them for a very long time. But then it was like, I can't be a hoarder.
Here is my...
Oh, there it is, the actual show notes.
Agenda,
or as it...
Was it Lamar? No, it was Craig David had a hidden agenda. My highlight of the week was I baked a cake on Monday, which I don't think I never really do. I can't say I've never ever done it, because I must have done it at some point, but my good friend Fran, shout out to Fran, gave me a recipe.
I think this was an unseen clip of the week, actually. I don't think clip of the week exists here, but we did record me and my sisters making a cake.
Family activity of cake making. So, see, this is where if I could do the thing, I would show you all a picture of it. Maybe I'll put it on my Instagram.
Maybe I could slot in the clip of the week if I find it, because we definitely made it.
That's because of the baking cloth. They haven't got this cloth. Baking dog.
Down.
Add mixture plus almonds plus salt. I don't even know about the almonds.
Getting it measured.
Almonds, so 15.
You sure it doesn't need any more eggs? Is it just salt?
Well, the original recipe says 7 to 8.
It's quite labour.
That's the effort that counts.
So, add chocolate mixture plus and salt, a pinch of sea salt.
There's the recipe there.
I don't know if we have sea salt. I don't want to ask Daddy. Beat eggs until fine.
Did it say that needs to cool down or not?
Oh, it's been cooled for a while. So now it says add chocolate mixture plus almonds plus salt.
How hot is it? 'Cause you know that the chocolate will cook the eggs.
Oh, really?
If it's too hot.
Oh, has it got to wait then?
That's on. Yep.
Oh, so preheat that for a bit. You already.
Have you got clean hands?
Yeah, I washed my hands.
Do you want to just feel how hot it is?
Okay.
Just stick your finger in. Is it warm or is it still
Warm.
Is it still hot or is it warm?
No, it's just warm. Yeah, my finger's quite comfortable in that.
Okay. I'll add a little bit and see what happens.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to still... Does that... A little bit.
Yeah, but otherwise it's all going to fall out the side.
Okay, go on.
You just got to go for it, yeah.
So hopefully it's not too warm, otherwise we'll be doing this again.
I can't do it again. One shot. Only warm.
You can get a spoon.
Add chocolate mixture and almond and salt. Fold in just enough to. It's going to be quite a small cake.
This is a message.
Has it got no
from
raising
me
agent
to
in it?
you. There it goes.
I don't know. Do you think that's firm? I think that still looks a bit.
It's still a bit wet though.
Would you gonna put it in the oven for maybe 10, 15 more minutes?
Soft cake.
Yeah, it looks. I think it's a bit warm. The top has cracked.
Ooh, this looks like going to be a good cake. It looks like a moist cake.
Yeah, that's probably because it's not finished yet.
Yeah, so another 10, 15 minutes, would you say, to put it in, back in?
I would say another 10 to 15 minutes.
10 to 15
Really?
minutes.
We're not going to burn it, are we? Because it looks pretty decent. But
Yeah, but it's still, you
Okay,
know,
still
right
quite
in the
moist.
middle.
Yeah.
I would
Okay.
say 10 minutes.
Okay.
10 minutes,
10
yeah.
minutes. Give it another 10 minutes.
8 minutes.
You'll be able to, you know, it
welcome
doesn't-
to Cooking with the Reeds.
It's quite
Mm.
moist, so I don't think it would
We're not very
burn.
sure what's
Yes.
happened. The recipe has been written out. But we're giving it another 5 to 10 minutes.
When do we start doing it?
7:15. It is now 9 o'clock.
I'm going to lower the heat a little bit.
How long does it take to make a cake?
There you go.
Well, this is not just an ordinary cake. Ordinary cake has eggs, flour and sugar and
Oh, it
butter.
does have eggs. What's liquid glucose?
Oh, that's the next part. We've got to do that, haven't we?
What is this? Leave it overnight. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, preserved tomorrow.
2, 3.
Oh, why do you gotta throw it?
This is a pathetic excuse.
I'm
Is
so-
that what? Is that the irritant? There's no raising agents in there
There's
at all.
like someone might have sat on it.
Happy birthday,
Maybe they
Harry.
could have used a bit of bicarb.
Well, no, this is the recipe.
This looks like
A flat pancake.
Well, that's just, I don't know, I guess.
If it drops on the floor, Dad will just clean it up, think it is poo.
I want to do a podcast, but podcast takes time and it takes effort, and I want to make sure if I was.
What is it? I feel like my voice sounds different, which is kind of weirding me out.
Live podcasty thing that I'm going to try and do. So
Loving this frame rate. I mean, not much has changed. I literally just streamed this week where the frame rate was probably like this.
check in and see.
So in the day, I used to write out the show notes on an actual piece of paper and pin them up next to me. I don't do that anymore. I now just write them in my... Because it became a lot to just keep all these papers, and I did keep them for a very long time. But then I was like, I can't be a hoarder.
Here is my
Oh, there it is, the actual show notes.
agenda, like,
Or as it...
was it Lamar? No, it was Craig David had a hidden agenda. My highlight of the week was I baked a cake on Monday, which I don't think I never really do. I can't say I've never ever done it because I must have done it at some point. But my good friend Fran, shout out to Fran, gave me a recipe.
I think this was an unseen clip of the week, actually. I don't think clip of the week exists here, but we did record me and my sisters making a cake.
Family activity of cake making. So, see, this is where if I could do the thing, I would show you all a picture of it. Maybe I'll put it on my Instagram.
Maybe I could slot in the clip of the week if I find it, because we definitely made it.
Purple. And I think that might have just been lighting. What happens if I do this? There it is. There's the cake and a bunch of my fingerprints on the screen. It's not the most appetizing thing in the world. It tasted more like a brownie in the end. So... Oh no, I closed my tab. So... That was it. So yeah, baking a cake.
How many people have watched this? 261 people have liked it. Damn.
Those were my highlights.
This has had 6,701 views. This is... I'm finding it hard to watch. It's like,
Is that your exercise?
let's talk, let's go.
What do you mean? Is there something that will be here with me for like, I don't know, hopefully it's getting better. I think it is, but I don't want it to be immortalised in video form forever.
Apart from this, I didn't think that this would take off, I suppose, as much as it did. So it is immortalised.
I'm feeling a bit stressed this week. Yes, I do feel a bit stressed after work sometimes, I must admit. That kind of sucks.
I'm also just looking at my hair and like, I did not cut my hair before lockdown, and obviously you couldn't have a haircut until like, what was it, September that year?
So I've been playing some Outer Worlds. I think I'm pretty much close.
I love how everyone in the chat's asking me about Uncharted questions.
And then, this is my set, by the way. It's not very exciting. Normally you don't only see the little thing, but this is my signed.
Still got it. I've tried to recreate the green background here with the lights.
What's even happening? This is hard. There it is. Maybe I should have just looked and done that. That's so much easier.
I wonder if I'd feel the same if I watched back a recent Locking It Down Lucy. It just feels a bit like, obviously it's first one, it feels a bit awkward, and I and ah. I don't really know what I'm doing.
What do I go back to some? Oh yeah, Overcooked. Oh yeah,
I think I'm just literally just talking just to do something. Oh no, the frame rate's gone.
So yeah, Skyrim has never grabbed me. I'm more of a Morrowind guy. See, I've never played any Elder Scrolls game before Skyrim. As I mentioned in the live stream that I did, I was like, I don't like magic. I don't like dragons. I thought I didn't like fantasy because I never really watched anything fantasy. I've always been very sci-fi based. I've always liked, spaceships.
I'm talking in my by this voice up here rather than my deep voice.
Because once upon a time, my top 3 favourite games included Fallout 3.
Yes, that is true.
But Skyrim overtook it, and then Fallout 3 dropped down the list quite heavily. Resident Evil 3, I've not actually picked up Resident Evil 3 yet, so that's the thing. Trying to do Persona Royal. She's also trying to do Persona Royal.
Well, I've now played Resident Evil 3 and Persona Royal, so that's good in the past 4 years.
It's hard to talk about Uncharted when there's nothing happening in the Uncharted space. It's like a dead space at the moment. Like,
it still is.
No news really happens. Although there is the movie. But obviously every movie ever has stopped production. So will that movie ever see the light of day? We did. Never know.
It probably never should have. I've just realised something. This was a total by accident. I am wearing something Bloodborne related in this video, and I'm wearing a Bloodborne t-shirt in this. That was totally a coincidence. Much less singing in this in the first ever episode. There is more singing that happens in the newer ones.
It was a good match, but I feel like you kind of do need the crowd to hype the moments, like to feel the build of the match and be like you kind of miss that.
I feel like now I'm talking about this topic, I've got into my stride a bit more. It feels a little less like stoppy and starty because I'm actually just talking about something I have opinions on. But I feel like this is now feeling like, I don't know how people got through the first 20 minutes until this point. So I commend you all for sticking with the show. I'm trying to think if I told my family that I was going to do this. They've at least just been talking for 20 minutes non-stop. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't, I can't remember. But then it just became a thing that everybody knew that I was going to do the show. So I've got the show, and I was like, oh yeah, the show, when am I going on the show? And also before, I used to feel like, oh, I needed to get some energy, so I'd down, and then this is how the what am I drinking kind of came about. I used to down a fizzy drink before doing the show to just try and get some buzz, but now I'm just like, hello.
What was the WrestleMania? Because I think that was the thing.
Well, it was meant to be the pirate thing, but they had to do it again next year.
Just sort of an acute thumbs up.
I think now on hindsight, I'd probably it's a bit more. That's probably because I had something to do. It felt a bit more like yay, but it's probably more like this.
The next topic, which I see everybody else is talking about in the chat, which is on my list, is the PS5 DualSense controller. Which I'm wondering if that name will stick or not, because I think everybody's so used to saying the DualShock. But I think it's interesting.
I think it's stuck 4 years later. I say DualSense now all the time. I forget to say DualShock.
Everyone's sitting at home, they're bored, waiting for God knows what to happen, and they were just like, "Here you go, surprise news," and gave everyone something to talk about for a bit. So my overall thoughts, I guess, I think I'd like it better if it was all in black.
Do I still think that? I don't think I think I've got used to it. I like it.
But I think it looks pretty cool. I mean, it's a controller at the end of the day. I've got my one here.
Oh yeah, look, Lucy, I've got mine too.
What one have I got back here?
No, dropped it.
Of controllers, and I'm pretty sure they'll mix and match stuff just so that you can have a bunch of them. I quite like this controller.
So did I. I did like that one.
Like the bottoms here on the new. See, I would have got a picture up, but my computer.
Oh yeah, I've got it here.
Die or something. Seems like the shape here has changed on the new one.
Yeah.
And obviously, it seems like the light bar is here. Now, do you know what I'm really happy about? I know a lot of people don't like the touchpad, but I like the touchpad.
Yes, I do.
Not because of the fact that it's a touchpad, but I like how it's like an extra button that's easy to push. Like, when I was playing PS3 games, I don't know about you guys, but I found it really frustrating to kind of like have to press select. Probably better,
I probably plan the show less.
I hope the battery...
Well, I do still plan it. I think now that I have more of a rigid structure,
this is my oldest controller.
Things just slot into place.
Yes, it is.
But I definitely don't. I used to sometimes write out my thoughts about things before I started talking about them. Now I'm like, today I'm going to talk about this topic, and I'm just going to say whatever comes to my mind about this topic.
Yeah, I feel like this controller particularly seems to run out within a couple of hours, whereas my newest one can go a bit longer. So I don't know if it's just a thing that's with these, that they sort of run out quicker. Hopefully as well there won't be the problem with the the analog stick. This one's got a slight bit of wear and tear.
Actually, I haven't got any wear and tear on.
Always rubs off. My other controller, it's got like...
It just looks a
this
bit
bit on it,
dirty.
It's really weird.
Yeah, I've got no analog rubbins on this.
This controller.
I do have a drift stick on one of them.
Well, this is... So we're saying we need a show late night with this. This is kind of the late night Lucy, but I was trying to like, put the... I like how I'm using this as like the lockdown symbol. Maybe that's... Hey,
That didn't take off, did it really?
If I was a wrestler,
Bring it back next week. We're locking it down. Also, that feels uncomfortable. I don't know if you've tried to do that, but it feels weird.
The X on your oldest... But then at the end of the day, some people are talking about the design stuff. The controller's a controller. I don't really care.
Whatever, I've just spent most time about it. But I don't give a
Okay,
fuck.
so the
Let's
next-
move on.
The next topic on my list was what someone did pull up in the chat. Is my thoughts on The Last of Us 2 delay.
Oh boy, okay, I see this.
So,
I feel like I'm getting into my stride now. I think the beginning was very awkward. That was painful to watch. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, I have to work from home and I'm on Photoshop and I'm like cranky because I'm like, I don't like this. I miss my big computer screen and all this. Whereas, so I can't imagine what it's like.
Still haven't bought a monitor for my work from home setup.
Render these like crazy assets and whatever, and you're doing it from your little house. Like, some people might have their own setup at home where they've got...
Yeah, some people might not have a little house.
This is the first game I've ever put a
Oh yeah.
I bought a pre-order.
I was so full of hope back
for
then.
any game ever, because could it be that there's like not many new games that come out this year other than maybe small indie games or whatever?
I don't know that was
And what
necessarily
happens then is
true.
are the only game of the year contenders like Final Fantasy
I'm
VII
looking this up.
Remake,
What one game
and
of the year in 2020?
Persona 5 Royal, and
Gotta
Resident
get back
Evil 3,
in time.
and whatever other game came out at the beginning of the year.
It was Last of Us Part 2.
I did, and I'm not really sure what this means, but maybe this means we get to go back and enjoy old games and be free from the burden of
I
having
feel
to
we're
play
feeling
old
it
games.
now. Like, I've definitely had year of the backlog last year and this year.
Right, so what else is...
Maybe it was all the
on my
development of
list?
new games that kind of got slowed down by 2020 and 2021.
Also, back on the table is Destiny.
No, it's not on the table. Oh my god. 4 years later, no progress has happened on that. I keep, sometimes I return to that. I'm like, will it happen?
What your name was
No.
but I did remember seeing it. I thought it was interesting. Which 4 characters from Uncharted would I like to be in quarantine with? Well, obviously Nathan Drake.
Yes,
okay? I
obviously.
don't think you excluded Nathan Drake. Like, he'd be a riot. Okay, so he'd be funny. I'm gonna sack off Elena. Is that really harsh to say? I'm gonna say Chloe. 'Cause
Yes.
I like Chloe. She's cool.
Surely pick Sully and Cutter.
Not really Sully.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I think I'm
need
gonna
that
pick Cutter.
dynamic. So we've got we got Nate, we got Sully, we've got Chloe.
I've just picked to hang out with a bunch of blokes.
One more.
I think
this could be.
I think I'll put Elena
this could
back
be a
in now.
controversial person to add.
Oh no, I picked
But I'm
Chloe.
thinking Harry Flynn.
Harry
potentially.
Flynn.
But would he cause a problem in the house?
Now we're living in the
Imagine
Big
now
Brother
we're in
house.
Big Brother.
Yeah.
You know,
God, that's
it's
so
like,
weird that I said
if
what I
had
thought
to nominate
myself.
someone, I'd be like, "Hey, Big Brother." Oh, it's really, when you sit. Oh my God, I'm literally in the diary room right now. I'm like, and they're like, "Lucy, who would you like to nominate?" I was like, it's so hard because I really like everybody, but I'm gonna nominate Harry Flynn just because he's causing problems. Like, him and Nate keep arguing about Chloe, so maybe he'd cause a couple of issues in the house of quarantine.
The House of
So
Quarantine.
then, Cutter. I might go Cutter. I like her. He's solid. Elena Fisher in the chat says, "How dare you?"
No, I'm putting Elena back in now. I think we'd hang out and have a good time.
Elena's cool. I really like Elena, but I don't want you don't want Nate and Elena to be like all coupley all the time, because then I'll be like, oh, for God's sake, I want to hang out with Nate. And they're like, oh yeah. And also, Elena can be so annoying sometimes. She'll be like,
She can be
Nate,
actually.
I hope you're not doing this. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna go to this war correspondent thing. Blah 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 blah. Like, she could be a little bit irritating to him. So Elena's out. People are saying maybe yes, Sully, because Sully would have great stories. Also,
Had I played
You're not invited.
Uncharted 4 by this point? I must have done.
invited in the history.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no Sam. Sam's getting evicted day one in this Big Brother house.
Let's see. I'll take one more question. Oh, someone actually asked me earlier what phone I had. I've got a Google. It's very
Oh
dirty.
yeah, this phone.
It's a Google Pixel 3a. Someone has.
I've only had one phone since. I've got the Google Pixel 4a right now.
How's my Wednesday going? It's going all right, thank you.
Oh yeah, the show used to be
I
on
thought I would just
Wednesday.
do
Yeah.
this to like chat and to like get away from the screens and release my feelings.
Get
There's
away
an
from the
outlet
screens,
for
but
me
still
to
sit
talk.
and talk on the screen.
Oh, my
almost.
gals are.
Yeah, I ended up moving the show from Wednesday to Thursday just because it felt like Wednesday came around too quickly, and I was trying to like edit clip of the week and get everything together, and it was like, and Wednesdays became very busy work-wise, I remember, so Thursday just became the day. Now, thankfully for me, Wednesday's another day everyone has drinks, where it used to be Thursday at work.
The Lockout.
Oh, the Lockout, yeah.
Special segment.
Yeah.
That is a game that I play at work, sometimes at work.
Oh, we're going to do As Seen by Lucy.
Top 3. Okay, I'm going to go for the last question. Is my top 3 favourite Rockstar games.
GTA, Red Dead, and Max Payne 3?
Vice City?
Yeah, Vice City.
Bully?
Bully, I forgot about
I
that.
haven't picked... Oh, no, Red Dead Redemption.
Yes.
Vice
and-
City.
And Bully.
Bully.
Yes.
Boom.
That makes sense.
There you go. Now I'm going to do the checkout, and it's a game that I play at work called As Seen by Lucy.
Now, am I going to get this?
Now, okay, wait, this is happening live on the fly.
Live on the fly.
I don't know what film. I don't even know what film this is, but let's see. Okay, right. As Seen by Lucy, Act 1. Okay, there's little bits of this could go terribly wrong. There's bits of narration happening here. What do they call direction? Okay. The king in the north arises.
Oh, it's called Game of Thrones, surely.
Oh, something's happening. Oh, right, there's some direction here. Lord Walter, enough, let it end. This is the same character. Please, he is my son, my first son. Let him go, and I swear we will forget this. I swear it by all gods anew we will take no vengeance. You already swore me one oath right here in my castle. You swore by all the gods your son would marry my daughter. Take me for a hostage, but let Rob go. Caitlin pleads to Rob.
Caitlin and Rob don't sound very Games of
Please
Thrones-y.
get up and walk. Please. And why would I let him do that? I have no idea what this film is, by the way. On my honour as a Tully, on my honour as a Stark, let him go, or I will cut your wife's throat. I'll find another. Mother? The Langsters send their regards.
This is terrible.
You can pick how to shorten it, it says at the end. What is this? What was it? What did I just read? That was As Seen by Lucy.
I've still not
Do
seen
you
Game
know
of
what
Thrones.
was it? I don't know.
So it's
The characters' names were
in the chat. People are saying it's
Walter
Game of
Frey
Thrones, The Red
and
Wedding.
Rob. Lucy somehow missed the most important pop culture TV show in the last decade.
This is so
That's
weird to
just
watch.
me. Thank you for my... Oh, maybe I should have bowed. Oh,
Is this what? I don't think this is what every Lock It Down Lucy is like now, but this is making me reconsider, like, why am I doing
Tune in
this?
next time for What Am I Eating?
Yeah,
Which is also a fun game where I mime eating something.
I've brought some of these games back to work now that people have come back to the office.
Yeah.
What board game am I playing? What chocolate am I?
Crazy at work. Okay, so I think that's going to wrap up the first edition of Lockin' It Down with Lucy. I think that's what... Have I called that? I think I should have written it on my thing. It's
Oh, actually, maybe it's this way.
a very new concept. Let me know if this was... I don't know, any feedback
No,
for any
people
future
liked it. I don't know
ones
why
that
you
happen.
did.
I might do this, somewhat, because I thought it was quite... I mean, I enjoyed myself. Maybe I just enjoyed talking. I don't know. So yeah, I can do this again maybe next week, and we.
Oh,
can
Rich
all,
Gamer's here.
I'll get my topics
Aw.
together, and maybe it'll flow a bit more. So if you have any feedback, put it in the comments. So
Rich
that
Gamer's
we
I just
can,
caught the end.
so that we can talk it out next week. So until maybe I should do a joke of the day. Joke of the day. Joke of the day. Joke of the day.
Oh, wow, that's
What
a
is my
good
joke of
song.
the day? I had a good one the other day. Oh, okay. I'll end with joke of the day.
All right, well,
All right.
I've got a new joke as well.
I used to be addicted to cheddar cheese, but it was only mild. Thank you very much,
I'd forgotten
everybody.
about this joke. Thank you,
I
thank
just
you.
realised I just pretty screamed into the microphone. That was Locking It Down with Lucy. I shall catch you all sometime in the future. I might stream this weekend, perhaps. Thanks so much to everybody in the chat who joined in and talked and stuff. You really helped. And stay safe, everybody. I hope we can take phone calls. Oh, let's do that. Do we do a live caller in?
We're never doing a live caller in
We'll
again.
workshop this. But right, I shall catch you all on the flip side. In the meantime and in between time, stay safe, be happy, wash your hands, and I hope everybody is
Wash your
good. Like,
hands.
honestly, in the whole series.
You have to tell people that in the past.
Everyone is well, and just be cool. Just All right. Before I just ramble on forever and this gets really sad, I am going to press the stop streaming button. So until next time,
Castle. See you another life, brother. Well, okay, there we go. That was the first edition of Locking It Down with Lucy. Thoughts watching it? I don't know, was it boring? I don't know if it was. I think the beginning was a little bit awkward and boring. We needed to get into the flow a bit more, but interesting to see the origins of it. And also I kept looking at my hair to be like, do I need a haircut now? Because my hair looked long then. It's cosmetics. So yeah, that was weird. So thank you if you were there at the first episode or any other episode on the way to 200. Very much appreciate you being here and watching this watch along. I don't know how I'm going to edit this because I'm literally just talking over myself through most of it. But yeah, it was a interesting flashback to the past. So what's the new joke I have for you? Let me just see if I can remember it, okay? I ordered a limo, but I didn't realise that there was no driver included in the free. Oh, scratch that. Rewind. I ordered a limo, but I didn't realise there wasn't a driver included in the fee. And now I have this lovely limo and nothing to show for it. There you go. That's a new joke for you there. That's what you get for making it to the end of this. All right, well, thank you for watching, and I shall catch you on the next official episode of Locking It Down with Lucy, episode 201. That seems mad to say. I can't believe it. So thank you for being here, and I shall see you all on the next one.